Alrighty, here we go. Wednesday morning, just dropped Pop off at dialysis. Didn't turn my camera on right away because there was some excitement going on today at the clinic. So my father and I have this little thing. You know, somebody with those mental health problems. Routine. Everything's routine. You want to keep everything the same as much as you can, time wise, even verbiage wise. Some things work better for him in that repetitive whatever. So we have this thing on the way to the clinic. How many ambulances are going to be there today? And it's basically over or under one. Quite often it's just one, but more often than not it seems it's either two or nothing. So as we're cresting the hill and we're just now able to see the place where you turn into the clinic, we see lights go in. I'm like, oh, there's at least one. And I actually took 2 and he took 0 today. Neither one of us went for 1. So we knew there was at least one. And by God, there was more than one. There were 2 and a fire truck and I don't know, the SUV thing that the firemen sometimes drive. So I don't know if they had a medical surprise at the clinic today or what, but just a little crowded in that drop-off area, so to speak. Anywho, so today was day 3 with the caregiver that's going to work with my father. He's a nice young man. I'll say that. I don't mean any. I don't want to say derogatory things about him. Today he was just a little detached. That's okay. I get it. We all have those days, but he's got to learn the routine. It's all about the routine. Anyway, he was there enough to see part of it and kind of hopefully drill it into his head what we do. A week from today, I'll be having my 6 hours of preoperative procedures. Some vein mapping and artery testing and whatever, I don't know. I kind of keeping myself a little detached from it. I mean, I know what's going on, but I'm not going to stress about the things I don't know, because Google medical degree can be a dangerous thing. I know enough, and yeah, that's that. Interestingly, I did get an email, excuse me please, from MUSC saying that I might be a candidate for a research study. And I expected it, actually, to be honest, because what I'm dealing with is extraordinarily rare. I can't even tell you the numbers of how rare, but trust me, it's extraordinarily rare for them to have an adult with this issue, because it's normally found, treated, all that at birth or shortly thereafter. I've gone through all that before. Go back to the long video back in September. Anyway, so I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe sometimes it's cool to think that you might be helping somebody. It's also kind of cool to think that sometimes you get paid for that shit. I was part of a medical study before and actually got paid when they did my left shoulder. It was second shoulder. They used a new tendon attachment thing, and it was in the study phases, I guess, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I got a couple extra MRI, or not MRIs, CT scans out of it. And did they do another MRI? Yeah, I guess they did do another MRI. And I got paid. So that was kind of cool. I was getting that imaging done anyway, just to make sure, post-op, that everything was cool. But so anyway, so I got this email this morning from MUSC saying I might be eligible for this research study and wanted me to log into the MyChart. So I went to log into MyChart, and of course it wanted to do 2-step verification, which to me is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. But they didn't send me the code. I'm supposed to get this code in my email. I'm like, come on, man. So I get the code, and it says expires in 10 minutes. Well, that was after 10 minutes, and it was not working. So I do it again. Anyway, turns out it wasn't anything really special or anything. It really wasn't even because of what's going on, but just like, I guess they probably are sending it to all their patients. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, then a few minutes later, I get a phone call, and it's MUSC. And I'm thinking, oh, that is this, I'm just, why now? Why are you calling me now? And I've spoken to this young lady a couple of times now. And I know it's a dangerous thing to do, but you kind of start trying to develop an image of the person you're talking to. I'm guessing that this girl might be late for her 8th grade English class. That's about how young she sounds. She's an administrative assistant, so she's not a medical person per se. She just is an administrative assistant in a medical facility. And how do I know that? Because she can't pronounce anything. The call today was to remind me that one of my medicines I stopped today, one of them I stopped tomorrow, one of them I stopped Saturday. It's one of those kind of things. And she's just calling to remind me, and that's great. I really do appreciate that. But she couldn't pronounce any of my drug names, and it's nothing crazy. I mean, you watch TV long enough, you see all kinds of crazy drug names. Wasn't that? She just couldn't pronounce any of them. I was like, oh God, poor girl. And then she started trying to spell them, and she spelled one of them wrong. Oh, I needed that laugh this morning. And I'm trying, I swear to God, I'm not laughing at her. They shouldn't put her in that position, to be honest. I mean, not job position, but put her in the position where she has to pronounce things that she can't pronounce. Maybe they need to say, give her a quick tutorial on how to pronounce certain drug names. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be heading down to Charleston a week from yesterday so that I can get up this morning, or get up Wednesday morning and get to the Shawn Jenkins and get my testing done. The question is, what am I going to do after that? Because if it's at 9 and I have to be there for 6 hours, that means I'm from 3 o'clock on. I got Charleston at my disposal. And do I want to just go plop in a hotel room for the next however long, or just go do something? So I don't know. I might. I got a couple buddies down there I might try to catch up with, or I might. What I really would like to do is go to a YMCA. I should be able to go. Being an employee in Greenville should get me access to one in Charleston, so I can get a workout in, because it'll be my last one for a while. And I'm staying in the same hotel I stayed in last time, and I've been in their fitness center, and while it's adequate, it's not great. I'm assuming that the YMCA would have a better facility than the hotel. I think the hotel had, if I remember correctly, they had 2 ellipticals and 2 treadmills, dumbbells, 1 or 2 medicine balls, a bench, and dumbbells up to, they might have had 50-pound dumbbells, but I kind of don't think so. Might not have gone up to 40. I don't know. Anyway, I would just like a little more than that if I could. I'd love to get on the rower one last time, or on the ski one. I say one last time. I'm not planning on dying. Although, if you ask my father is nervous about this, and I mean, I am too. It's, it is what it is. But he keeps saying, it's like his catchphrase, and it's also kind of how I know that he's thinking about it more than he probably should. He keeps saying, Chrissy, if you come back dead from Charleston, I'm going to kill you. And I know he's just being funny, but he's also indicating to me that he is concerned. But, yeah. So, anyway, this is kind of funny. So, today is Wednesday. I'm going to do my normal Wednesday things. I'm dropping off the recycling now, and it's a hopping little place, so I'm just going to sit here for a minute. And then I'm going to go get my lottery. Today is the end of my Powerball and Mega Millions, so I got to get those tickets for a while. And then get some scratch offs. I got almost $300 worth of winners to cash in, so that's nice. And I got to go get some quiche for my father. I forgot that the last time I went, they didn't have any of his normal quiche, so I had to get one that is really not that great for him. So anyway, and I need to stock up. So it's a normal, like, 9-inch pan pie pan size, and if I cut it in eighths, 2 pieces was too much. 1 piece wasn't enough, so I needed something kind of in between. So I came up with a little what do you call it? What's the word's escaping me right now? Anyway, a little thing I put on the quiche to cut it in 5 even pieces. I'm a nerd like that. I got out my protractor and compass and measured out 5 identical size pieces, and that seems to be a good size for him. So I get them from Strassner's, cut them up, bag them individually, and throw them in the freezer. And so that's very helpful to me to have that. Basically, just throw it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes on half power, and it comes out great. Anyway, I got to do that today too, and then I'm going to do something I really don't normally do and don't like to do. I've done it once in the last however long, where I need to go to the grocery store. I hate going on a Wednesday, but there were enough things that I didn't get Monday I forgot about, and I don't want to wait till Friday to get them. I'm out of breath. Anyway, tough workout yesterday. Really did kick my ass. I did make a video of 1 round of it. I did 5 rounds of this thing. I'll put it on the end of today, but it's long, so if you don't want to watch it, I don't blame you. I'll speed it up some, but yeah, and so it's got me a little sore today, but I'll be all right. I may or may not talk to you some more, but if I don't, see ya. All right, so I just got some news that I haven't wrapped my head around yet. I mean, it's nothing earth-shattering, I promise. So I went in to get my lottery. I normally do 4 weeks at a time. Usually I end it at the end of the month, which on a month like this where the first is the Tuesday, I kind of am always in the air if I end it on the following Friday or the previous Friday. Anyway, today was my day for Powerball and Mega Millions. I buy them, like I said, weeks at a time. And my plan today was, excuse me, since I'll be incapacitated for a while, I was going to go ahead and get 9 weeks at a time. Took a little bit of my cash reserve with me to make sure I could pay for that much. Oh, excuse me, please. And I do like 3 numbers, so it's not crazy. And I do, so Mega Millions, Powerball draws 3 times a week, so I was going to do 9 weeks. That would be 27 tickets, 3 lines, 27, whatever. And then Mega Millions draws twice a week, so that would be 2 times a week times 9 draws times 3 numbers. Anywho, Mega Millions is changing. If you're a Mega Millions player and you don't know this yet, pay attention. Mega Millions is changing, and I could only get 3 draws because April 5th, I think they said, they will be changing the game to $5 a line. Now, it used to be $2 a line. $2 a line to $5 a line is a big jump. Now the starting prize, the starting jackpot is 500 whatever, 550 million instead of 20 million. Well, I don't know what the numbers are. I don't pay attention to that. I only look for the big numbers. I could only live on the big ones. Anyway, proportionately the same kind of jump. But I don't know that people want to pay $5 for a lottery ticket. I mean, I'm willing to pay $5 for a bunch of scratch-offs. I mean, 5 per. And I don't know why, because the prize wouldn't be as big. Maybe that's the thing. $5 per line with a bigger jackpot prize. Anyway, a $5 scratch-off, you're usually going to get $200,000 on top prize. Sometimes they have them where it's bigger than that, but 200 is probably about your average. Giant Jumbo Bucks, I think, is like 375 or something like that. But yeah, it might not even be that much. Anyway, I just thought, man, $5 a line. A line is one ticket. You can get 5 lines on one ticket, but you can get just one ticket is one line. So $5 a line. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to compare the prices and all that. Uh-oh, I'm getting flashing lights. There might be a cop up here. Or there might be tree work. Anyway, that just kind of, I don't know, that kind of threw me. So now I don't have any Mega Millions going forward. Maybe on the flip side of the change, I'll get some, and after I think about it, if I want to spend that much more money. Yeah, I might have to change my hopes and dreams on Mega Millions. Yep, sure enough, there sits a cop. I don't know if he's doing anything. Anyway, I'm on my way to the bakery. I got the recycling dropped off. I got my lotteries fixed, taken care of, and I got my Coca-Cola. All right, 2 things. I fucking love soft pretzels. I really do. I'm such a sucker for soft pretzels. Stroessner's has soft pretzels. They're outstanding. And they're just different. I don't know what it is. Like the ones I get for my father and I at Harris Teeter. They're good, kind of, I don't want to even say traditional. They're just good soft pretzels. Are they frozen? Probably. I seriously doubt they're fresh made. Let's put it that way. But they're good. When they use actual pretzel salt. Sometimes they don't use pretzel salt and it's just not the same. Stroessner's uses pretzel salt. But I have a feeling that theirs would be much closer to what would be considered a traditional pretzel. And they use good hard pretzel salt. It's a tougher chew, but it's soft in the middle. It's like, oh my God, I love this. Okay, secondly, I came for 3 cheese quiche. They had 3 of them. I got all 3 of them. They didn't have any more than that. She even went and looked in the cooler. She said, you know, I have 30 quiche back in that cooler, and not one of them is 3 cheese. I was like, okay. And I believe she looked because she was gone for a minute. Anyway, I'm standing there, not having been helped yet. I'm standing there at the counter of, we'll call it the savory counter. They have 3 counters basically. One's savory and the other 2 are cookies and sweets and all that stuff. And a guy damn near runs into me, like walks into me, he's not running, to get over to the counter that I'm standing at. And I kind of did a double take when he walked past me because he like was really close to like walking into me. Anyway, after a minute or 2, somebody walks up and says, have you been helped, sir? And he almost starts to glance at me. Like he knew I was there. And then he just told her what he wanted. I'm like, damn it, I was fucking here first, you rude ass. And I said, wow, that was rude. And he didn't respond because, I don't know. I don't know if I intimidated him. I don't think I'm that intimidating anymore. I used to be. Or thought I was. Anyway. So, I wanted to punch him, but I thought, you know what, it's not worth the fight. He's just a dick. So I'm actually walking out of the place sooner than he is. He was being real. He was getting stuff, but being weird about it, from what I could gather. But anyway, I walked out before he did, and I take a minute because before I eat a pretzel, I have to take insulin. So I'm checking my blood sugar, taking some insulin, and putting my stuff away. I bring a cooler so the quiche don't get funky while I'm doing my other errands. They're on ice. And I see him come out, and he gets in a little pickup truck. And I say little because never mind. Little trucks to me are just kind of weird. I don't know why you have a little pickup truck. Not that mine is huge, but to me, F-150 ought to be almost the minimum. Anyway, and he pulls out and pulls away, and I notice a sticker on the back of his car, and I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to tell you that it's a group of people that don't have a great reputation. And I thought, damn it, if that doesn't fucking fit. And I'd love to tell you, but I just can't do it because I know people that are in that group and they're not all that way. But they have with a large percentage of the population, they have a shitty reputation. So yeah. Anywho, I just thought that was funny. See ya.